Hi everybody, I am going to be sharing my insights about Landback in this video. I've taken multiple Native American classes at OSU, but no, that does not make me an expert, and no, I do not speak for Native Americans. But I am a Mars and Gemini, and I have a lot of insights on this matter that I think are very valuable, especially for a lot of Americans today. We are going through times right now as a people, as a society, where there are a lot of things to worry about. We're facing a lot of problems right now. There's a lot of difficult decisions that we need to make. And I know it's just another thing that a lot of people don't want to get involved with. But this is happening in our communities, in our society, and I think it's really important that everyone knows about it. So I hope that this video affects people in positive ways that contributes to equality for the future of our society and the world. Before I go any further, I would like to clarify that I do not speak on behalf of any culture, of any nation, of any community. I speak for myself and only myself. Landback is integrating, becoming one with the land, your ecosystem, working in harmony and sustainability. Sustainability is meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. That means not over-harvesting, but putting beneficial impacts back into the land. Land stewardship is an investment for the future, not a get-quick-rich opportunity. Money is not forever. Money cannot repair ecosystems overnight. Money cannot restore a watershed overnight. Money cannot rebuild you a home overnight as quickly as it was lost. Landback is communal resource management, where the responsibility of how resources are managed are in the hands of a given community, those who are closer to their resources and more aware of and impacted by sooner disruptions therein. In the US, power over our natural resources often belong to authoritative forces who can control who gets what and how much, a power that is often abused. Private landowners, like those who own dams or property for clear cutting, directly impact the communities they exploit, but they don't really suffer in the same way. It is at this time that I need to address patriotism, because a lot of people think it's unpatriotic to bring to light the exploitation of our resources, which weakens the people's sovereignty. The occupation and exploitation of natural resources by force is not something to be proud of. In the US, toxic patriotism is a disease that has been spreading in our communities, threatening to run over anyone who doesn't obsess over traditional American ideals. With their flag waving from their lawns and their trucks, toxic patriotism is becoming a cult of obsessive-aggressive flag worshippers who glorify the benefits of being the oppressor and denying accountability for the historical trauma, terrorism, and present-day crimes of their beloved nation. Conveniently avoiding the reality of the harm they cause this world, they believe that they are being heroes for standing up for a symbol of genocide, racism, and superiority, all the while reaping the benefits of their privilege. It is somehow dignified and honorable to ignore the lies, the bigotry, and the bloodshed that gave them their freedom, while the First Nation people still don't have all of their freedoms. Doesn't sound fair, does it? Racist patriots will make the excuse that Native Americans don't deserve freedom because they lost to their invaders. Like somehow life is just a game to them, filled with winners and losers, but not actual living people that deserve respect. We cannot expect emotional maturity from people that think they deserve respect just because they're white or non-native. To those people, I say, consider seeing everyone as equal and righting the wrongs of the past for a better future. It doesn't matter if you were descended from the oppressors or not. The point is not to continue the oppression in this nation. Historically, we can see that European cultures have colonized and fled to North America with the energy to escape problems that they didn't bother to stick around and solve in their communities. So those very same energies and problems traveled with them to the New World. These problems are generational, and you can easily see it when you move throughout the US in inhabited areas. You see the pollution, the disgusting fecal-ridden ranches, the privately owned lands for timber and dams exploiting nature for profit, the homelessness, the poverty, the sickness. America was never great, except maybe for the people that benefited from exploitation and domination of innocent people. People who shield themselves with the excuse that soldiers died for our freedoms in this country is sickening. Soldiers didn't die for our freedom. They died to protect profits, political power plays, and in some cases took the freedoms and lives of many innocent men, women, and children to achieve this fantasy of freedom. They died for a lie, a fabrication of reality to keep the people ignorant and easy to control. Violence doesn't bring peace. The absence of violence is peace. And people don't need to sacrifice themselves for freedom, but due to limited insight and understanding, it seems to be the only options people can imagine. I nonetheless respect the devoted service people of the military who see through the lies and anchor peace in the military-industrial complex. Sorry not sorry for being a Mars and Gemini, this is all related. Back to Landback. Those who lack the connection and familiarity with the land are a threat to its survival. We are all accountable for that, for the cars that we drive, the garbage we make, the pollution, the pesticides, and we are responsible for improving our ignorance at an individual and communal level. It's called decolonization. By removing ourselves from the toxic lifestyles which harm this planet, we become the solution. I am for Landback as a potential solution to decolonize the mind, heart, and spirit, to establish and encourage proactive ecological participation and accountability in all communities. The US is rooted in colonialism and racism, but I would like to see an opportunity for non-natives to be assimilated, or better, initiated into Native culture and communities, as Landback initiatives succeed in returning Native territory which has non-natives living on it. I don't know what that looks like, but whatever it is, I hope Native communities will come up with a beneficial arrangement and options to integrate non-natives into their communities as they get their ancestral lands back, as they get their sovereignty back, as they continue to become more self-sustainable. And for those who don't know, blood quantum is a huge challenge Native communities face because the US government, they are just patiently waiting for Native communities to lose that genetic connection to the past so that the US can seize the rest of their land. Which is why it's so important for Landback to be successful so that the next generations have a future to look forwards to. But also, this whole blood quantum thing is really fucked up. So if you want to know about blood quantum and how fucked up it is, I'll put some links in the bio for you. Landback is the opportunity for the people to take back the land and get back to the land, to steward and protect it from the land-grabbing, money-hungry, profiteering US empire. It is the opportunity for the people to come together in unity, stand up to corporations, unjust policies, and a corrupt, backwards government that had every opportunity to do the right thing and still today chooses not to. It's up to us, the people. Can we work together? Is a better world possible for all? There is a fight between the energies of imperialism and the energies of balance and harmony with all life. These worlds conflict, and since the beginnings of colonialism in North America, those energies which threaten our world have had the advantage. However, we are transitioning to a new planetary frequency where these problems are becoming something that even the most disconnected people can no longer ignore. These lower vibrational energies of racism and service to self are not compatible with the new 5D framework, and they are being rejected. Liberation of the people and the planet is absolute. However, this colonizer, racist, toxic, patriot mindset still poisons the hearts of the people, and when the land gets sick, the wealthy can just move somewhere else. But currently, prices for land and food are increasing, and soon there will be nowhere left to flee to because there will be nowhere left that isn't afflicted with the effects of ignorance and lack of accountability. This year, a timber company was allowed to contaminate the landscape with pesticides in Williams, Oregon, and I'm sure many other places as well experience these problems daily. They aerial sprayed in the vicinity of a watershed. How can this be allowed? Money, profits, greed. It will take the unity of the people to stop this oppression and deprogram, decolonize, and heal ourselves from this sickness. But first, you gotta see the problem. Civilizations don't last very long without change and adaptation. Our civilization is currently experiencing a reset politically, economically, climatically, spiritually. I wonder if those in the past saw it coming, or, like today, how some see the danger and are trying to mitigate it, and others just continue to be the problem. We need to adapt to the changes. We need to work together, become a part of nature, not separate from it. We need to stop focusing on the differences between us and look at the many things that we have in common. Humans have a history of violence, which has only short victories in the span of human time. Humans take for granted their own life and the lives of others. If you're still watching this, it's likely the reset hasn't happened yet, which means you have the opportunity to improve yourself and your community. You have a chance to be a positive difference in the world that changes the outcome of our collective future. How will you value your time? The world needs you. Your community needs you. Learn to cooperate with people who are different than you and see how you can relate and work together to make your communities more resilient and sustainable. Learn about whose ancestral land you're on, how they lived, suffered, and what they're doing now. Contribute to your community doing something that you love, something that benefits everyone, humans and nature. I hope this gives you something to think about. Thank you to all those out there being the solution. I appreciate your likes and your intelligent feedback. Live long and prosper.